Good morning, beautiful family. It is super early and I apologize. It's about 5:30 right now, and I about 30 minutes ago had just woke up to the most real dream, the most realistic dream I think I've had yet. I've given myself about half an hour to process it, because literally whenever I woke up, I was bawling. Like, my husband had to console me. Excuse me. Because it was literally that realistic. And my husband and I were sitting at the dinner table last night, and I was just talking to him about the peace plan and stuff like that. And be careful what you ask for, because I asked the Lord again last night to give me something again, and he did. And it's been quite a while, I feel like, since I have had a dream from him, and I just know 110% that this was from him. So I'm just going to tell you guys real quick what happened. So when I woke up, I was literally trying to process, was this a rapture dream? And no, of course it was not, because guys, I saw, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. So, in the dream, I was in this city, and I know I was in a well-known city, with skyscrapers and really tall buildings, and when I was a kid, I used to call it spaghetti, because it was those highways and stuff, or the roads that went all in between, kind of like what you find in Atlanta. I'm sorry guys, it's super early, and I'm so sorry about my appearance, but I had to share this with you guys. So I know I was in a well-known city, and all of a sudden I looked out in front of me, and I saw, whenever rockets go off and they let off this white chemtrail type cloudy stuff, that was everywhere, all in front of me in this big large city. And I remember yelling, "It's starting." And all of a sudden, amongst all of that chemtrail stuff, from what I know, was the aftermath of a bunch of missiles being fired. I saw angels pop out randomly. I saw them so far out in a distance that they were small, but I saw them popping out, and they started they started blowing these trumpets. And I was watching a video a few weeks ago, and it reminded me of this, because I saw a video of this girl, and I actually sent it to a couple of brothers and sisters. But I saw this video of this woman that was describing a dream that she had had from the Lord when she was an agnostic. And she said that she heard trumpets, but they sounded she said that it was terrifying, trumpet siren sounds, and she couldn't even describe how it sounded, but she just felt terrified. And now I know exactly what she's talking about. So all of a sudden I see these angels pop up and they're blowing these trumpets, but it's terrifying. And the best way I can even try to like do it is like, and then it would go again. And as soon as I like saw these angels pop up and blow these trumpets, guys, I know I was seeing the tribulation in the second coming. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed. So I saw out in the distance Jesus or God dressed in red, and he was coming on the clouds on a horse. And there were 2 horses next to him, like 2 people were next to him on white horses as well, and God or Jesus was dressed in red, and they were coming like far from a distance, and they were small, kind of like small up in the air, but I can see them right now. And they were coming on the clouds, guys, and they came right up over my head and like kept going. And I mean, he was coming with power and glory. And as soon as I saw that, as soon as I saw him, of course now I know I was seeing the tribulation in the second coming. And it's like all at the same time I'm seeing like these chemtrails from all of these missiles going off. I'm seeing these angels blow these trumpets, and I saw I literally cannot believe that I saw him coming on the clouds in red, and 2 other horses and whoever they were on each side. I mean, zooming in the clouds fast, and were galloping and going right. They went right over me, and I watched, kind of like you would an airplane. As soon as that happened, in this city, I was running around. I ran and I grabbed my cell phone. But for some reason, I remember I had an Apple Watch, and I was scrolling through, and I hit Mom, and I was calling, and I couldn't get a hold of her. I think I tried her like 3 times. And all of a sudden, I remember I was in a building. I was in some kind of skyscraper. I don't remember being totally on like the bottom level or being at the top or whatever, but I was in like high enough to where I could see like over the highways and stuff. And all of a sudden this tsunami just engulfed the whole city, and it came rolling from the left side. And I remember when it got to me in the building, and it was just consuming me. I remember it was coming right over me like I was about to drown. It felt so realistic that I was literally trying to wake myself. I was like, oh my gosh, is this real? And I was trying to like literally wake myself, or I was like trying to like, because sometimes in my dreams I can wake myself up. And I was trying to shake myself out of the dream. And as soon as that tsunami and that huge wave engulfed me and everybody else and everything like in front of it, and the highway and in the building, I woke up. I am literally like in shock that he showed me that. And you're probably like, why are you crying? It's overwhelming. And I'm going to make a few points here. because I don't want anybody that is watching this to fear. I know for a fact he put me in that setting just to see what it was going to look like. I know 110% that we are going to be raptured before the tribulation, before the second coming. So I don't want you guys to take my tears as okay, now I have to. I don't want this to turn into fear for you, because anybody who is born again, anyone who believes, he says he will save us from his wrath. And I know for a fact that we're going to be raptured up out of here any second. And I know that's why he showed that to me. And the first thing I could say, literally, that I murmured out of my mouth when I was bawling, my husband was trying to console me. I said, those poor people. Because so many people just don't have a clue. And I literally cannot believe that I saw him. It's been a while. I need to brush up on Revelation again. But I'm pretty sure that trumpets blow when Christ comes on the clouds. And I'm talking he was coming. He was coming fast. It looked like he meant business. He was coming with glory and power. And he zoomed right over me. I saw him coming with two other people, there were 3 white horses. He was in red. And there were 2 white horses on each side of him. And I don't know who they were. But there were people riding them as well. All I have to say, guys, is get ready. Because the rapture of the church is any second. And he has never shown me his second coming. I've never, ever seen that. I've had one destruction video, or I'm sorry, one destruction dream, which I shared with you guys when I've already shared that with you guys. But I've never ever had a dream like this where I was in a large city and I saw the angels and I heard the trumpets and I saw him coming on the clouds. Guys, he's coming. I don't know how much more clear he has to get. If you have not believed on Christ today, I advise you that you believe. Because I saw this huge wave that is going to engulf. I don't know what city I was in, but I saw this huge wave that was. We already know that the world is going to experience something that we've never seen, that they've never seen, that the whole world has never seen before. I know 110% that was from him. That felt so real. So real. I was like, oh my gosh, is this real, or can I wake up out of this dream? I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I need to wake up and process this more. I'm gonna come back on at lunchtime today at work to talk to you guys more about it. I just had to give that to you guys. Look up. Our redemption draws nigh. With this peace plan and everything, it's seconds. And I'm just so overwhelmed and I'm actually happy. Believe it or not. Because I feel privileged that he gave me that. And that I was able to see that. But I feel bad for the people that have to go through, like, those trumpet sounds are probably going to be terrifying for people because they're going to have no idea anybody's going to be coming on any cloud. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head off of here. The rapture of the church is any second. So, you guys be waiting to hear the trumpet for us to meet him in the clouds and be with him forever, because this is it. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay?